Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to attempt LeetCode questions based on the very well curated list by popular YouTuber NeetCode. So the first thing we are looking at in this question is that we are given an integer array nums, return true if any value appears at least twice in the array. Increase these and return false if every element is distinct. So we're given this 1, 2, 3, 1, and it's true because 1 is repeated. And then we look again, 1, 2, 3, 4 is distinct, so false is the answer. And yep, I guess the question is pretty self-explanatory. I will be using Python 3 for my solutions. I am not very well versed in Python, and hopefully this will be a chance for me to work on my Python skills as well. So let's just start the timer somewhere else. And yep, okay. So just looking at this question, it's an array question, and it's been a while since I've been working on questions, so let's just take a look at it. Obviously an ON solution would be for me to just run through the entire array and check. The brute force solution would be to run through the entire array and work through it in terms of doing a double for loop to check for all values. Do a double for loop at O(n) squared time to check each value. So obviously this wouldn't be the answer because it's a simple question. I expect to solve this within O(n) time or O1 time if it's possible. I think O(n) time would be the best, so it should be a linear algorithm for me to search. So off the back of my head, with the problem solving techniques that I know, I'm probably thinking of a two-pointer technique whereby I have 2 pointers traversing the array at different speeds, and for me to check whether or not every element is distinct. Hold on, a two-pointer method here would be ON solution, ON squared solution. In fact, what I'm thinking of now, I mean, this is an easy question, so it should be pretty fast. So it would be to use a hash set to enqueue to basically add all the arrays, add all the elements into an hash set. So add traverse through the, how do I do this? Yep, and then I have this. So I'm thinking of traversing through the array and add the elements into a hash set. Check if element exists in the hash set. If not, if so, return true. If not, add the elements into the hash set. Right. So basically, this is a very simple question. We are looking at 1, 2, 3, 1. Let's use 1, 2, 3, 1 for example. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1 as an array. AR equals 1, 2, 3, 1. Set equals to empty. So we traverse 1, 2, 3, 1 from this. So we traverse 1. Start. Looking at 1. So it runs through 1, it's not, so we add in 1 to this array. We traverse 2, 2 is not there, so we add in 2. Traverse 3. 3 is not there, we add in 3 again. And then lastly, we traverse through 1, and 1 is there, so we return false. Return true, because it's true. So let's take another example whereby we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, 1, 2, 3 will be added in, and then 4. And if the array reaches the end, if the pointer reaches the end of the array and end of the function, we will just return true, false. This should be ON algorithm, ON time complexity. Since we are traversing through the array, it's pretty simple question. Let's just start with the implementation, I guess. Yep, so as I'm not really very familiar with Python, I will need to have to check a couple of operations. So I suppose that we are given nums array. So nums is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want to look through 4 elements in nums. Let's just check. I have another window open elsewhere, but let's just try using that to how to loop array Python for in loop for x in cars. Alright, let's check this out. And then for num in nums. Okay, so we want to initialize a hash set. Init hash set Python set. Set equals unique. Let's just use it as my set equals to this. Okay, so we are trying to initialize this. Can we initialize this with let's see, set with example set in Python. Print this set. Okay, so for nums in nums, how do we check for length of set? Type set constructor. Access set items. For loop asks a specified value is specified in a set using the in keyword. I guess the most important thing here is for us to hash set for us to use it. Okay, we wait, hold on. We want to check in this set. Okay, so that's how we check. Okay, so I got a couple of okay, so just doing some googling on some common Python operations. So the first thing we want to do is we want to check whether or not num. So if num in my set, we want to return false, true immediately. Is Python true? Okay, that's a capital T. And then else, we want to my set dot add set items. Let's check add num. Once this entire operation is completed, we will want to return false because there are no duplicates found in the entire set. In linear time. Okay, let's check this. Let's just run console case 1, case 2, and case 3. Nums equals 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's run it. It has no attribute add. Okay, I may have initialized this incorrectly. I would suppose that the set operations would be something else. Let's just check. Set is created. Python set. Guess I'll just have this set. Okay, and then let's just run it again. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, basically whatever is duplicate, this should work. I mean, we can run, for good practice, we can actually add in maybe an array with, and then just run this. Yep, and that's all. This should be the solution. Pretty simple question just for a start.